Hello class, I am Mr. Villarreal and today I'm going to be your teacher. Today we're going to learn about inverse trig functions. Our objective for today is going to be finding the missing angle x to the nearest degree. We're going to use right triangles for this case because only right triangles can be used. In order to find our missing angle x, we need to use three properties. Three properties will be SOHCAHTOA. Does anybody of you remember what SOHCAHTOA means? Well, SOHCAHTOA means SO is equal to sine is equal to opposite over hypotenuse. Ka will be cosine is equal to adjacent over hypotenuse. And ta will be tangent is equal to opposite over adjacent. Like right here, for example, in this triangle, if our angle is x and if our angle is right here, in order to find SO, we will use this angle will be opposite over hypotenuse, which that will give us our SO. Then to find Ka, given this example, Ka will be, our x will be here, then Ka will be adjacent over hypotenuse. Finally, TOA will be tangent is equal to opposite over adjacent, meaning that if x was here, then our tangent will be opposite over adjacent. In the following three examples, I'm going to provide you with more details using numbers. Like I said, moving further to our three examples, first we will need to set out calculators to degrees because we're going to be dealing with degrees. So in order to put degrees on our calculator, we're gonna turn the calculators, then press mode. As we press mode, we need to find degrees and just change it to degrees. Once you move the arrow to degrees, you just press enter and the calculator will be set to degrees. In our first example, we're gonna use SO. If we have this right triangle, our SO will be sine is equal to opposite over hypotenuse, meaning that if we have x here, our opposite will be 13. First we need to put sine 13 over 28, which is our hypotenuse. But like I said since the beginning, we're using inverse, so we need to apply the inverse of sine 13 over 28. And to find the inverse of sine 13 28 over 28, we need to press second in the calculator and then the button sine, which this will be turned into sine inverse, and just plug in 13 over 28. After that, press enter and you will get 27.6. But like I said, we're rounding it off to the nearest degree, which if we round out 27.6 to the nearest degree, we're going to get 28. Moving along, our next example will be Ka. So Ka is cosine is equal to adjacent over hypotenuse. If in this example, if our x is here, this is the degree we're going to find, we're going to use adjacent over hypotenuse, which means 21 will be our adjacent sine of 21, and our hypotenuse will be 36. Like I mentioned before, we need to apply the inverse, and to do so, just press second and press the button cosine, which it will turn into cosine inverse, and just plug in 21 over 36, and we should get 54.3, which if we round it off, we were going to get 54. Moving along, if we do, our next example will be TOA. TOA is tangent is equal to opposite over adjacent. Meaning that if our x is here, we need to find this angle degree. So it will be 51, which is our opposite, and 29, which is our adjacent. So tangent will be 51 over 29. But like I said before, we're applying the inverse. We'll apply the inverse of tangent. Just press second tan, which it will turn into tan inverse, and then just bring down the 51 over 29. And just press enter. We're going to get 60.3, but we need to round it off to the nearest degree, which is going to be 60 degrees. Don't forget to put the degrees in every answer, because if you don't put the degrees, you're not going to get it right. And today's lesson was about inverse trig function using SOHCAHTOA. Thank you.